Hi, everybody. This is Timothy.
And this is Coach Jen.
This is Coach Jen, and today we're going to be talking about the survival mode and asking that question: are you stuck in survival mode?
Yeah.
So we're about to get into that, and let's play our little intro, and we'll see you then. Okay, so how do you know if you're in survival mode? Well, when someone is in survival mode, they often exhibit various signs indicating their focus on meeting their basic needs and coping with challenging circumstances. Here are some common signs that someone may be in survival mode. Number one, a hyper focus on immediate needs. An individual in survival mode tend to prioritize immediate needs such as food, shelter, and safety above all else. They may be preoccupied with finding resources to fulfill these basic requirements. Number two, a heightened stress levels. So survival mode can be stressful. And individuals in survival mode may exhibit signs of heightened stress, including irritability, anxiety, or panic. They may constantly feel overwhelmed by their circumstances. Number three, they have a limited long-term planning. They don't really have long-term goals, or they have trouble delaying gratification. So when focused on immediate survival, individuals may have difficulty planning for the future or setting long-term goals. Their attention is primarily directed toward getting through each day or each immediate challenge. You got to ask yourself, am I in that situation? A scarcity mentality rather than abundance mentality. And we can teach you how to develop an abundance mentality. People in survival mode often adopt a mindset of scarcity, believing that resources are limited and must be fiercely guarded or competed for. This can lead to behaviors such as hoarding or reluctance to share resources. Number five, physical or emotional exhaustion. Trying to survive can be physically and emotionally draining, making people depressed and fatigued, lethargic, emotionally depleted due to the constant strain of coping with difficult circumstances. So you're always in a coping type situation rather than a healing one. Difficulty making decisions. When overwhelmed by the need to survive, individuals may struggle to make decisions, even simple ones. They may feel paralyzed by the certainty of their situation or the fear of making choices. They have limited social interactions. Surviving often requires significant amounts of energy and focus, leaving little room for social interactions or connection. They have adaptive behaviors. Despite the challenges, individuals in survival mode often demonstrate remarkable adaptability and resourcefulness. They may employ creative solutions to overcome obstacles and find alternative ways to meet their needs. Hypervigilance, uh, constantly being in survival mode, can lead to hypervigilance, where individuals remain highly alert and sensitive to potential threats or dangers in their environment. And then neglect of self care. When survival becomes the primary focus, individuals may neglect their own self-care and well-being. They may prioritize meeting their needs of others by simply they lack the resources and energy to attend to their own physical and emotional needs. So your health gets dropped to the bottom of the barrel. And this is exactly where you don't want to be. So there are many things that put you into survival mode. And I wanted to briefly go over each of these. I'm just going to read them quick so that we can highlight those and move on. I want to keep these videos short. So before I do this, I want to tell you what creates survival mode. Well, we've evolved this way. So let's go back 20,000 years. You're out on the savannah in the tall grass. You're out there with your tribe, and you hear the rustling in the grass. Is it the wind, or is it a tiger?
Survive, you need to run.
Survive, you need to run. So it's fight or flight. Yeah. That's what survival mode is. Yeah, baby?
Yes.
So survival mode is fight, flight, or freeze. And let me
Is it
tell
a
you,
tiger or a wind?
yeah. And is that any way to go through life? No. But we typically end up in survival mode. So ask yourself, are you having any of those previous symptoms or signs that I just listed?
Yeah.
The next thing is what causes survival mode? Well, it's not a tiger, because we don't have tigers in our modern society, but we do have natural disasters. We have financial instability. We have conflict and war. Conflict is very common because
It
we
is.
have a lot of toxic people in
Because
these
many
societies.
people is hungry with power.
Oh yeah, they all want power, money, wealth,
Power.
stuff.
Yeah.
You'll never be out of survival mode as long as you're focused on power, wealth, money, fame, fortune. You're stuck in survival mode. Health crisis. If you have a serious health crisis,
Yeah,
you're going to be
sickness.
yeah. If you're in abusive relationships, wow.
I've been there.
Oh yeah, who hasn't? Homelessness, and you can be in abusive relationships with right from the get go. You know, most of your programming occurs from the age of 0 to 7. Now, what Jen and I have done is we use NLP, we use the moral virtues to help pull people out of that situation. Homelessness, wow, that's going to put you in survival mode, right? Natural resource scarcity, right? If you don't have food to eat, can't pay the electrical bill. Traumatic events.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. Jen has had one of the most, I think, probably the most traumatic event a person can undergo, which is the loss of her parents, and at a very early age. Political oppression, and then social displacement. So forced migration, refugee crisis, all that. So there's a lot of things that will put you in survival mode. And this goes right back to the core of Buddhism, which is dukkha. That's the dissonant mind, the mind that's not working. It's stuck in the default mode network. It's in survival mode. You're not using this big front brain. Please, people, watch Jill Bolte Taylor. She'll help you to characterize these 4 different characters in your brain. These 4 different mindsets.
So today we've been talking about survival mode and what is the causes. And in our next video, we're going to tell you how to survive.
Not only how to survive, how to break free of how to thrive.
Yeah.
How to break free of the survival mode. So you're gonna have to watch our next video for that.
Yeah.
In the meantime, baby, what do we say?
Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow our channel, and please share to help everybody and to encourage everybody to improve their human condition.
And what do you always say, baby?
All of you from Disciples of Tao, namaste.
Namaste. And don't forget to love yourself.
Love yourself first.